Welcome, physics students. This is going to be an explanation of what our pendulum freefall project is. And this is going to be a project that's going to extend throughout the trimester. And I'm going to start out here with a diagram. And this diagram starts out, we have equilibrium. This is when the weight is just hanging from two strings. I am going to burn one string, and then the weight is going to swing. And when it swings, it's going to swing like a pendulum. Think of like a grandfather clock swinging back and forth. The bob of the pendulum swinging back and forth. When it reaches the bottom of its swing, the lowest point, the string will be cut by a razor blade. And once it's cut, there's nothing supporting it, and it will continue to move forward in what we call free fall, forward and down. And your goal is to predict with only two measurements what that target will be. So let me give you an explanation, or let me show you what this looks like for real. So you can see here I have a weight hanging from two strings. I did not measure out what the string lengths would be. But it's just hanging there like a plant, not doing anything, and that again is what we call equilibrium. And the pipes are just pushed into the table. You look down, I've got meter sticks lined up, just measuring out how far my delta x would be in this case. Here's a different view, looking at it from behind. Here's a view of the razor blade apparatus. I've got a ruler, and the razor blade is holding on right there. And again, there is the target. Now, here's a slow motion demonstration. I'm burning the string with a lighter here, and the string burns. It can no longer obviously hold that weight. The weight starts to swing. It comes through, hits the razor blade, is cut, and lands pretty close to the X that I put on the ground. Now, I said just two measurements. I don't mean the measurement that I used to measure X on the ground. That's the result of what my original measurements were. Here's another example. This is actually a failure on my part. I must have measured something wrong. It lands a little bit too early. So back again to the diagram. Once again, it starts out with equilibrium, and we change that because of the fire to burn the one string. Swinging as a pendulum, as you can see, again, it's very predictable, and the free fall part is also predictable, even though things have definitely changed. And again, I showed you that I can predict where that target will be, and it's not trial and error, it's not magic, it's just using physics. And it uses a lot of physics, in fact, all the physics that you will be learning in trimester 3. And so we're going to work on this sort of as we go. There are certain things that you're going to learn about that hopefully when you learn them, you'll be like, hey, now I know why that particular portion of this situation works. But it will require you to understand the motion, the forces, and energy of the entire system. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do it sort of piece by piece, and then hopefully at the end it all makes sense.